First one here, we want to change 9/8 into a decimal. So what are we going to do?
9 divided by 8?
Yeah, we're going to just type into our calculator 9 divided by 8. So we're going to write that down. Make sure that you show us how you're getting your answers. In this case, we're typing into a calculator 9 divided by 8. So I'm going to write 9 divided by 8. And that gives us what, Jack?
1.125.
1.125. And that answer is good the way it is. I don't have to adjust it in any way, so we're done. Second one, we have 1.1, which is a decimal. We want to change it to a percent. How do we change a decimal to a percent?
You multiply it by 100%.
We're going to multiply by 100%. So if I use a calculator, I'm going to do 1.1 times 100%. Actually, I'm just going to do times 100, not 100% in the calculator. That percent is just going to tell us that our answer is going to have a percent on it. And what do we get when we do that? 110. And don't forget that percent symbol on there. Now, you could do this another way. You could do this by taking the decimal and doing what with it?
Moving it to the right 2 places.
Yeah, we would move it to the right 2 places. That's the same thing as multiplying by 100. There's a little bit of a problem here that we can fix fairly easily, but if I move the decimal to the right one time, there's no trouble, but then another time, what am I going to have to do?
Add a 0.
We're going to have to put a 0 on there, so we get 110% by doing it that way also. All right, so either way, by moving the decimal or by multiplying by 100, we get 110%. And don't forget on those percents to put the percent symbol on your answer. Also, don't forget between steps to put what? Equal signs. So 9 divided by 8 equals this. 1.1 times 100 equals this. So make sure you're putting those equal signs between your steps. How about the next one? This may be the trickiest or one of the trickier ones. How do I change a decimal into a fraction? What's the first thing I'm going to do?
Find its place value.
We need to find the place value of what? Which digit there? The last one, which is going to be the 5 here, right? So we need to find the place value of this 5. And what place value is that in?
10 thousandths.
10 thousandths. All right, so when I write the fraction, what's going to go on top?
0.0125.
No. It's just 125, right? So we're going to write the number, but without the decimal point, which also means we can get rid of those zeros in front if we don't have the decimal point there. And then on the bottom, what are we going to have?
10,000.
10,000. Now, I'm going to have to reduce this. What can I reduce by?
5 by 5.
I can. So all we need to check is 2 or 5, right? We can't reduce by 2, so we try 5. 5 is going to work. 125 divided by 5 is? 25. And 10,000 divided by 5?
2,000.
2,000. All right, can I reduce that?
Yes.
Yep. We're going to just keep reducing as long as we can. 25 divided by 5? 2,000 divided by 5? Okay. Can I reduce that?
Yes.
Yep, we can reduce by 5 still. Remember, we can reduce by 5 if it ends in
A 5.
5 or 0, right? So these both end in 5 or 0, so we can reduce by 5. We get 1 on top, and 400 divided by 5? 80. So we get 1 over 80 as our answer. How do we turn a fraction into a percent? Samari? Good. So we're gonna start by turning the fraction into a decimal by doing 5 divided by 8, but then we turn that decimal into a percent by multiplying by 100. So we do 5 divided by 8 times 100%. And what do we get when we do that, Samaria? 62.5. And since it is a percent, don't forget that percent symbol. Again, it is okay when we're doing percents to have a decimal in your percent. If you're not asked to round it in any way, then you don't need to round it. That's just your answer there. All right, how about 10%? We want to change that to a decimal. Carl?
10 divided by 100.
Okay, good. So remember, percent means out of 100. So 10% means 10 divided by 100. That's 1,000. And 10 divided by 100 gives me what, Carl?
0.1.
0.1. All right, now I could do this one kind of like I did up here by moving the decimal. except this time I'm going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. So if I start with a decimal here after the 10, I move it 2 places to the left, it ends up in front of the 1. So we get 0.10, but we need to adjust the zeros then. We need 1 in the 1's place, and we can get rid of the 1 after the 1 then. So we get 0.1, whether we do it by dividing by 100 or moving the decimal 2 places to the left. All right, 95% means 95 what, Emily? 95 out of 100, and how do we write that as a fraction, Emily?
95 over 100.
Okay, so we get 95 over 100. That's what percent means, is out of 100. And then what?
You divide the numerator and denominator by 5.
Good. We can reduce by 5 here. And on top, what do we get, Emily? 19. And on the bottom?
20.
And can I reduce that? No.